nothing hurt. So we'll open up to anybody, anywhere. If you got a valid amateur license, more than interested in hearing from you tonight. Let us know what you're doing, radio related or otherwise. Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey on behalf of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net.
Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India.
Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Alright, I've got 3, and that's Larry, Chuck, and Steve, and we'll start taking them in that order. Good evening, Larry, VE3LBI, go ahead.
Yep, good evening, everybody on the net tonight and on YouTube. I don't know, crazy weather. Waited for the storm to come through. Never got a drop of rain up here. Didn't want to take a chance. I had spare ribs on the barbecue, so I pulled the barbecue obviously in the garage. Got dark, but not a drop of rain anywhere. So I did speak to my daughter today, see how she was making out with her loss. Doing okay. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get the missing piece of the house.
Missing piece of the house. Did they have something come down, a tree limb or something?
No. Yesterday we took the cat over, and an older cat, and had to put it down. So, like I say, it wasn't a good day yesterday, but she's doing good today.
Oh, lost a dear family member. Understood. Yep. Yes. No matter how many legs they have, they are definitely part of the family.
Yes, absolutely. So, anyways, she's getting along okay with it. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. Like I say, waiting for all this storm and rain they talked about. Severe thunderstorm watch. Ended up with a tornado watch, and I don't know whether last I saw there could be some more rain down Niagara way, but I don't even know if they've got any. So, other than that, blue skies now, and I think it's going to be another warm night.
Oh, I have to agree there, yes. I did get a couple of alerts as well over here. Same type of thing, right? Severe thunderstorm watch, tornado warning, and then all of a sudden another alert came through that said, storm warning has been canceled. But looking at the radar map, there was a bunch of nasty stuff going to the north of us, traveling from west to east. So, yeah, our friend Lake Ontario comes to our rescue once again.
Yep, no, absolutely. Haven't heard anything from Bill. I don't know how he made out, whether he got a hold of Chris to get that new piece of coax put in. So I mentioned if he had had a problem, let me know. I might run down there and give him a hand with it. But other than that, Mac, I'll pass it back to you and let you pick up, I guess, a couple in behind me. All right, thanks for doing it. VE3LBI.
Yes, I'll pick up those guys right behind you. And I notice you skirted around the combination of words that makes me chuckle. And speaking of chuckles, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu. Good evening, Charles.
Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu. Good evening, Mac, Larry, and all on net and on YouTube. First of all, I spoke to Bill earlier today, and he does need help in fishing that cable through. He hasn't heard from Chris in about a week, I think he said. He actually asked me to do the net tonight, and I said I would, and then Mac took it over, and so that's fine. That's fine. Somebody is taking over. That's the main thing. And so, yes, Bill does need help. He's got the coax ready to go. And so if anybody wants to offer that, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. And on another note, on this day, 150 years ago, Alexander Graham Bell made the first phone call from Brantford to Paris. 13 whole kilometers. Nowadays, you can string wire that far. But yeah, not no HF for me today. Been busy doing a little bit of this and that. Got the backyard trimmed, and so we're feeling mighty proud of our backyard at the moment until it rains again and the grass grows. Back to you.
Oh, sorry, Chuck. I didn't know you made arrangements to pick up the net. I just saw the clock flash 7, and I figured, okie dokie, let's go. You're more than welcome to take it over. I'm completely flexible on that. And after we spoke this afternoon, obviously, I did come home. I did turn on the HF radio and made some contacts. Took advantage of the gray line out of Europe. Made a couple of contacts, most notably into Norway, southern Norway, if that really is a thing. But great signal coming out of there, man. And he was also able to give me a reciprocal 5x7 signal report. So it was a POTA. So obviously he was mobile temporary setup. So I can't imagine it would be anything fancy. So, anyways, yeah, if you want to take this over, Chuck, I'm okay with that.
It's okay, Mac. You can carry on, unless you don't want to. It's fine by me. Um, yeah, I spoke to Bill earlier today while he was um portable.
Alrighty. I can remember when he did net control with his handheld and a pizza tray. I don't know what scares him off.
He told me he was spoiled by having the base station, having no issues getting into the repeater. And then, of course, the pizza tray had to be, strategically placed, I guess, in order to just make it. So he told me he was feeling spoiled.
I guess we do, don't we? Okay. Nonetheless, I'll carry on. Unless we get a violent vote against it. I do know that people really like to talk to you, so that's the one big check mark in your box is that you're a real people person, and you seem to draw a crowd.
Aw, shucks. Thanks, Mac. Well, I too am also streaming the net, so there you go. We got a double going on tonight. And so no competition, just two different streams. That's all. Of course, if you're just tuning in, folks, you can watch either VA3IMW on YouTube or VA3CJZ. And so, yeah, you kind of cut yourself off too at the beginning there, Mac, when you did your quick monologue, because 8 o'clock rolled around, and you were still talking. Uh, but that's no big surprise. Just kidding. Oh, by the way, one last piece of news. I did revive the Yaesu 857, my trusted radio that I used for many years. And I took the faceplate off. There's power to it. The faceplate is now sitting right next to the big radio. Um, if you look on the stream, you'll see it just to the right as I'm showing you the overhead shot right now. So, anyways, yeah, what a difference between the two radios, Mac. So now I need to get me a switch in order to get proper dual band signals to both radios. But for now, we'll make do with what we have. I've got the G5RV Junior plugged into that, so we're good to go. That's it from me, Mac. Carry on.
My wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done. Yep, don't you cry no more. Oh, Okay. There's some lyrical meaning behind all of that, I'm sure. Anyways, thanks for your check-in, Charles, and let's move over and say hello to Steve, the busiest man I know.
Busy. Good evening, everyone. I went to the dump today. Yeehaw. I finally got that box spring dealt with. I just took a sawzall with me today, and with a little help from Mark, we were able to we just cut the spine of the thing and then folded it in half and wrapped it with wire and threw it in the mattress bag and hauled it off the dump. So that cost me a whole $1.45 because the new owners take possession Tuesday. So I'm sure they got an old ratty box spring leaning up against the telephone pole on the front yard. So I'm glad that's out of the way. And what else? Just some other little odds and ends of junk that also got thrown out that I don't care for. And kept the tools. They're old tools, but you never know when you need a screwdriver or a two in a different location other than your own toolbox. So I'll probably leave a couple in the car. You never know when you just might need that screwdriver. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. So Bill needs the coax strung back up to the tree, does he?
Oh, this is not for the tree. This is, he's got the X50 at the back door, and I guess a landscaper inadvertently chopped the coax during some routine maintenance. So he's got a new chunk in order to run it from the shack outside and reconnect to the X50 antenna. So it's nothing extreme.
Oh yeah, okay. What's the X50 mounted to?
That is likely a 10-foot top rail fence post.
Oh yeah, okay. So that'll have to come down and then reconnect, then goop it up with some silicone or something, and then mount it back to the fence, I think. What is the 10-foot top rail mounted to?
I think it's strapped to the corner post of the rear deck, not deck, porch, off of the kitchen there.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. All right, well, have to see if nobody else gets down there. Maybe I'll head there myself after Tuesday, of course. Up until then, I'm still scrambling there to get stuff out of the house. So, but you never know. Okay, very good. Thanks for the info, and that's all I got for now there, Mac. I'll be kicking about VA3NFG.
All right, Steve. Thanks for your check-in tonight, and it sounds like you've got a busy schedule for your extended long weekend, and you'll be able to wrap up all the little bits and pieces. Just don't forget to reach out if you need any extra horsepower. I know that you were in touch with Mark today, and he probably gave you a hand on a couple of things, but yeah, if there's anything else that pops up and you need something dragged halfway down the road on a rope, I don't know. But let us know.
Yep, very good, thanks. Yep, I'm going back tomorrow and probably Monday, unless we get it all done tomorrow. But okay, awesome, thank you much, and thanks for doing that.
Very good. Okay, another quick standby to see if we got any further check-ins. Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey standing by for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net.
Victor Echo 3, Zulu Juliet Charlie. 3MHV.
VA3DCS. Victor Alpha 3, Victor X-Ray Tango.
Okay, we got a good list there. That's 4 that I count. Jason, we'll start with you. VE3ZJZ.
3IMW, VE3ZJZ, good evening, Mac. All on. Whole day out running errands and stuff, so no radio for me today, other than right now. Listen along from the start, and I will try and listen along for the duration. Nothing exciting out here today. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get some radio physical work in, and finally get that tower up right with a couple new antennas on it.
Okay, Jason. Very good. I did some running around earlier today, just before noon. Got home and it was hot, and quickly retreated to indoors. I can well imagine that you did pretty much the same. Anyways, thanks for your check-in tonight. Anything else?
Nope, nothing for me. Thanks for doing this one, Mac. We appreciate it. VE3ZJZ, back tonight.
All right. Now I'm going to get them all out of order. I know Mercha came in at the tail, DCS, and there was one other. Brain's going fuzzy. Who's next in line?
MHV.
You're absolutely right. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. VA3 MHV. Sorry about that, Mark. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Mac, and all on net as well as YouTube. Yes, indeed, I echo those sentiments. It is very summer-like out, is it not, Mac? Very humid. Woo! It's like hotter than a fox in a forest fire this afternoon. You heard what I did essentially from Steve. Not too much other than go over and give him a hand with some of that stuff that his mom's get the biggest, worst, and bulky of it dealt with. So he's a little closer now to having things wrapped up there. So other than that, Mac, I came back home. The only radio was a little UHF, VHF as we tooled around in our cars. Came back home, went to Timmy's on the way, had a nice cool shower, and hid out the rest of the day and enjoying the AC. So thank you for doing it. I've just been listening along, enjoying the net here. So I'll let you continue, pick up the others. VA3MHV, back to net.
Okay, I'm going to try another one.
All righty. Very good. Obviously, everybody appreciates you reaching out to Steve and giving him a hand over there. Like I say, throughout the weekend, if there's anything else that needs a little bit more oomph and push, feel free to let us know. Thanks again for your check-in, and let's swing over to Dundas with the second most powerful station in the Dundas Valley, VA3 DCS. Go ahead, Dave.
Dave. Yeah, good evening there, Mac, and all on net. Yes, it was a warm one out there. I started cutting some bushes back, and it was not strenuous. However, I was starting to sweat a good one. And then working in the garage, doing some cleanup. It was also very warm in there.
Yes, and if I'm not mistaken, you have another trailer camping event coming up in the near future, if I'm not correct.
Yeah, on the 29th, the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. down to, where are we going? Selkirk, that's where we're going. So I'll probably be bringing the trailer home in 2 weekends from now, I guess, and to get her ready and get the refrigerator nice and cool.
Alrighty, excellent. And as you've mentioned before, your rotation for on-call weekends has been extended, so you'll get some additional rest and relaxation. Now you're down to a 7-week schedule, so that's good news as well. I think I heard something in the weather forecast that we're supposed to see something of a chill down for the upcoming week.
Oh, really? Okay. I haven't been following the weather. Just kind of, especially on weekends, just kind of get up and what it is what it is. And a little bit of a cool, be able to open the windows at night possibly. It would be kind of nice. Let that air in. Listen to the raccoons and cats fighting in the night. That's always enjoyable. Listen to them screeching at each other.
You have a unique sense of entertainment. Do you have a pelican?
Not you.
What do I need a pelican for? Oh, a pellet gun. No, I don't have one.
Well, I mean, if you could wrap up the raccoons in a little blanket and have the pelican skirt them away to some other place. But I guess the laws of moving wildlife, you can only move them 1 kilometer, right?
All right.
Yeah, if they know you're moving them.
Yeah, I've often wondered if you had a helicopter and if you moved the wildlife 1 kilometer vertically before you released it, is that still illegal?
No, I think it's always fine. My brother-in-law used to target them with his paint gun and then move them way out, this down in Nova Scotia, move them way out of the way, and they'd always make their way back because he could tell.
Oh, Mr. Pink, you're back.
Yes, exactly. And switching the subject a bit, so Bill needs somebody to help him with some coax, I hear.
Yeah, so a landscaper or maintenance person inadvertently chopped at his UHF VHF coax, and he's got a new cord ready to go. So he needs to run it from the shack out through the window and up to the X50 antenna. So that's the story there.
All right, maybe I'll send him a message, and I could probably stop by tomorrow afternoon, maybe mid-afternoon between mid-afternoon and dinner time. See if he's going to be around.
Comment.
All right. Stand by, Dave. We'll bring in a Chuck for a comment.
Yeah, thanks, Mac. Just wanted to advise anyone who is going over to help Bill, if you're going to touch the X50, if you're going to have to bring it down on the ground to attach the coax, I would highly recommend wearing gloves, or you'll be picking out shards of thin glass, fiberglass, for the next 2-3 days. Because even though it might have only been up for a month or two or what have you, when that sun hits on there, that coating just gets burned off, and the fiberglass is not fun.
That's definitely good advice, obviously. Yep. So anybody that is running the X-class antennas, they're obviously they're shielded by a fiberglass tube. That fiberglass tube is obviously constructed from a resin that's on the outside, and then the inside is made up of a glass fiber. So yeah, it does happen to deteriorate over time, and the longer it's up, the more chalky it becomes. So yeah, it's always good to handle all that stuff with kid gloves, more or less. Anyways, there you go, Dave. Public service announcement for your benefit.
Yep, all right. Well, it sounds like it's on a 10-foot pole attached to his deck. So I could throw in my 12-foot step ladder into the back of the truck and take it along, so we don't have to take the whole pole down. I think that would probably be a good way of doing it.
It may indeed. I know for my particular case, my X200, the antenna, the metal structure at the base of the antenna actually slid down inside my galvanized pole. So it's kind of entrenched. It's not clamped to the outside of it. So I'm not sure what the mounting structure is like that. It's probably got the C-clamp type thing, or the U-clamp holding that together. So maybe you could just detach the 10-foot pole from however it's harnessed to the edge of the deck, and then bring the whole thing down. May not have to handle the antenna at all by itself, but just undo the coax, reconnect the new one, swing it back up in place, zip, zip, zap, zap, and Bob is your aunt's husband.
Yeah, the X50, you have to take out 2 screws. Then, the coax goes up through the tube and connects to the X50, and then you push it down into the tube and put the 2 screws back in. So that's the way that one works. So I'll take the ladder, then we can determine when I get there which way is the easiest way. And I'll take my gloves with me.
All right, you're an X50 expert. X-expert. Okay, Dave, thanks much for your check-in tonight. What else you got?
No, nothing else this way. I'll just monitor along here and let you get back to the, who's the one behind me anyways, I believe. And I'll listen along. Thanks for doing it, Mac.
Oh, very good. Thanks, Dave. Oops. And yeah, we're swinging far to the east. Victor Alpha 3, Victor X-Ray Tango. Good evening, Murcha.
Good evening, Mac, and everybody on net. I hope everyone's doing well. How's your day been going?
We went down to the bank, signed some papers, and renewed the mortgage and pay them a whole lot of money for not doing anything. So yeah, we're all good for another few years, and managed to take care of a couple of other errands before getting home, deciding there was nothing else to do outside because it was just too hot. So retreated to the basement and turned on the HF radio and been poking away since then. And how about you?
I was in half a day at work today, and then I went, helped out a buddy, I don't know if you remember Terry Power or not, from the Fab Shop. Helped him do some moving. He moved into a new place and moved in some couches and all that kind of stuff, and then came home and relaxed, and the wife and I went out for a little supper at a place called Bistro Diner in Grimsby. Pretty good. They had a little band outside and had some hamburgers and ice cream afterwards, and then came home just in time.
Bistro Diner. Is that an extension of the one that was on Main in Parkdale?
I'm not sure. It's been there for years. It's right in the Esso gas station on Highway 8. It was called something else. I don't remember what it was called back then. But it's now called Bistro Diner, which is pretty weird because it's French and English something, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I know the Bistro Diner that was on Parkdale in Maine kind of had a Fred Flintstone image on the sign, but I don't recall ever eating there, but the name kind of rang a bell.
Bedrock Bistro there, Mac.
Oh, that's where I'm mixing things up. Okay, yep, I'll get back to you, Bill number 2, in a couple of seconds. So yes, forget about Bistro Diner. It was Bedrock Bistro. So completely other thing out there in Grimsby. Speaking of which, I do miss popping out to that little Indian restaurant that we frequented on a regular basis, but I don't think you enjoyed that kind of food.
Yeah, it depends. It really depends. I think it was the Himalaya thing that you were talking about. I went out there one time with Manish, and he got me something that wasn't curry and stuff, and it was pretty good. But yeah, normally I'm not into that curry stuff or anything like that. My stomach's pretty fragile. I only like certain things.
Yeah, somehow looking at you, nobody would picture you as being fragile.
Yeah, that's what my wife says too. Anyway, thanks for having me on, and I'll let you catch up with everyone else. Victor Alpha 3, Victor X-Ray Tango.
All right, thanks for the check-in, Murcha. Certainly appreciate it. And we'll take a standby to listen to all the call signs from whoever else wants to check in.
Check me in, Matt. It's Francis.
Victor Echo 3, Echo Kilo Juliet.
All right, we got an Al and we got a Bill, and we're going to take them in that order. So, the Mayor of Grassy, how's he doing today?
Doing good. I heard some dumbass trying to come over top of people. He actually called Dave by his name. There are 2 calls back, but yeah, it's not quite working out.
Yeah, you know, there's no cure for your idiots except mortality.
Yeah, you got that right.
So we just continue to do what we do, and, you know, the individuals that have opposable thumbs but not the brain power to match it, they just don't come along for the ride, that's all. Anyways, you're doing a fine job into my station here. Nice 5 and 9 signal on direct, and full quieting into the repeater. How's the grandkids doing today? They make a big mess of the pool and all the rest of that stuff?
No, me and the wife got the weekend off. They're up in the area, outside of Chatham. One road in, one road out, surrounded by water. So, yeah, me and the wife got the weekend off.
Oh, you're going to get an extra special dinner tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's, what did you say? Geez, I can't remember. That little round roast, couple inches high.
Huh?
I don't remember what the hell you called it.
It's a roast beef.
Well, it's called dinner. No matter what she puts in front of you, you're going to eat it with a smile on your face, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, just got some hot peppers on there. Yeah. I never used to like spicy. I'm all over it now. I've been for the last bunch of years, so I don't know. Looks good.
Yeah, I think the more we stretch our minds as far as culinary experiences, it kind of opens up your taste buds, and you do a bunch of different things, right? So I've worked with different people who have different backgrounds. There's been an opportunity to gain an appreciation for a lot of different culinary styles. Still not really a fan of sushi. I like my fish breaded and fried. But, yeah. Maybe that's a new thing, deep-fried sushi. We'll have to see if we can work that out. But, since my last halfway around the world trip, that was that quick trip to India at the beginning of 2025, really have a real appreciation for a lot of Indian food. So the stuff that I bring home, and my wife curls her eyebrows, and she says, no, not getting near me. So, the Indian food's all for me here at home. But, somehow the spice is something that you get accustomed to, and you want to try some additional variants on that theme. Anyways, Al, trust you and the missus have a wonderful dinner tonight. Enjoy the weekend, because it's just you time.
Oh, yeah. Right back at you, Mac. You and yours have a great evening, too. I gotta throw it out there, though. Both want to the mom, Mr. Mac. Or Mr. Mac. I'll give it to you, too, but Mr. Chuck, I know you're out there.
Go ahead, Chuck. Now you're going to get them confused.
Always there. How you doing, Chuck? Oh, yeah. Me and my friends, hey, I take pointers from you. You know that. But, hey, I'll shut up. I'll turn it back to that. VA3ZOE.
It's all good, Al. Yep, we're stretching the bounds of our education and our linguistics. So, and we learn some new words from time to time, like circadian. Thanks for your check-in, and keep things on the straight and narrow and grassy. Always depend on the meritocracy for a good check-in. All right, let's swing over to the north end and say hello to Bill 2.0, VE3EKJ. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mac. VA3IMW, VE3KJ. I've just been thinking you sparked something in my senior's memory. Circadians. Aren't they those bugs that come out every 17 years?
Those are cicadas.
Oh, well, I had some of the right letters.
Yes, anagrams are a lot of fun. So, yeah, circadian rhythm. It was something that Al and I were talking about the other night, because he heard me talking about trying to get my sleep times adjusted after coming back from Italy, and obviously the circadian rhythm being the bodies are basically alarm clock. It tells you when you should be awake and when you should be sleeping. Circadian. Cicadas, on the other hand, also known as June bugs in some areas. I never could figure out why June bugs had to come out in the month of July. They were always late.
Oh, back in my high school days, 100 years ago, one of my best friend's family had a big old black cat, and he loved June bugs. In fact, in the summertime, that's pretty well all he ate. He'd be right there waiting for him to whack up against the screen door, and he'd be in. But the problem is, of course, bug is pretty well pure protein, nothing else. And he'd just be skin and bones, losing all the weight. But he didn't care. He loved those bugs.
Yeah, and doing some further research into cicadas, They start out in a larval condition, which is very similar, if not the same as the larva that crawls underneath your grass and eats the roots. So what were those things called? Anyways, yes, 4-year cycle, and they can munch through a lawn in pretty much a week and a half. You could have a nice green lawn today, and 2 weeks from now it's all gray and they've eaten all the roots. Forget what those things are. The slugs, or it's something different.
Yeah, I can't bring to mind the official name either, but I know we've had a few names of our own, but I wouldn't care to repeat them on the air.
Yep. Cicadas, circadians, and grass-eating bugs. What else is going on in Bill's world today?
Well, as I've been saying, I'm still working on that telescoping whip POTA antenna, and I found where I had been a dumb bunny with my selector box, for direct or firing it through a 49-to-1 unon. And so I was going to set everything up today, but the sky was just looking too unreliable. So I looked at the forecast, not that I could trust it, but tomorrow, if I get up early, it shouldn't be too hot and humid. And I'll finally be able to get some measurements that'll make sense. I'm really looking forward to checking this out with Bill Prime. I really want to make a comparison, between his Pac-12 style of antenna and my full-size one. But I guess from what I've been hearing and seeing on the QRZ page, today wouldn't have been a good day to expect much anyways as far as propagation.
Yeah, I had a quick chat with Chuck just after noon. I had just completed my appointment with the bank and all the rest of the stuff. Haven't checked out the excuse page. I saw KP was at a 5, solar flux was 97, and the solar spot number was 67. So things were a little dull, and band's noisy. So probably not the best day to try something new and different.
Well, we still got some time before the snow flies, and Bill and I have a tentative date next week after breakfast. We'll be at Cougars for breakfast on the Wednesday, and then we'll go down. We were going to have my friend Joe, VE3ZOE, take us up where you and I were, when you took me to the top of the Devil's Punch Bowl. I thought that would be an excellent location to try verticals, and didn't have to worry about the trees being a little low for a vertical, and right on the edge of the escarpment. That would be cool too. But Joe is leaving on the Tuesday for another holiday with a girlfriend in Spain for a month. So I think Bill and I will be going down to the Haida again, and we'll set up there, because for guys, backpacking on the bus, that's quite convenient for the two of us. So I'll get a chance to do the comparisons then. As I keep saying, by the theory, I know my setup has to work better. A full-size radiator is always better than a shorter radiator. But whether the difference is enough to care, well, that's what we're going to find out.
Oh, very good. So, Joe is leaving on a jet plane, and he's not sure when he's going to be back again. Yeah, there's a lot of music inferences going on tonight. All right. Also, if the Haida doesn't pan out, also in the same neighborhood, you have Pier 4 to choose from. or Dundurn Castle. So all that area is great locations for setting up a couple of verticals. You even have the opportunity to throw a wire up in a tree if you happen to be so inclined. So, yeah, best of luck with those endeavors.
Well, it should be fun if the weather holds. And I know about the other sites you mentioned, but when you take the bus, they're not very convenient. So, we'll see. We'll see. You never know. Someday, my dear departed mother will finally be going over the Rainbow Bridge. And at that point, there'll be a small inheritance that'll probably let me afford to get a vehicle again. And I have my heart set on a Volkswagen camper, a vintage one. And I figure for doing POTA work, that would be really comfortable. But I'm not in a hurry for that to happen because I kind of like having my mother around.
Recheck VE3LBI.
All right. If you wouldn't mind standing by there for a second there, Bill, we'll swing over to Larry, VE3LBI. Go ahead.
Looks like Vanya's up in Algonquin Park. Presently, he's on 14.315. So it looks like he's headed up to Algonquin Park for a bit.
There's that guy. He shows up anywhere. He could be in Alaska tomorrow. Appreciate you sharing that with us, Larry. Thank you.
All right, not a problem. Take care. VE3LBI, clear.
All right. And while I have my eyes on the screen, yes, bill number 1, you're correct. It's grubs. Cinch bugs. They eat your lawn and come back a few years later up in the trees making squeaky noises in the month of July, known as June bugs. And Droner Wayne also checking in on YouTube, and yes, the Haida is a POTA park. So it's a special one because it has a limited availability. There's certain days of the week that it's not open to the public, and it's only open during certain months. So that's a good choice there, Bill. Bringing you back, VE3ZOE. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, it's a museum ship, so they only let people in, for, I guess, when people are willing to go outside. I don't think they'd make, they charge a small fee, and I don't think they get too many customers in the dead of winter. They certainly won't get me. But Bill took me there, a couple of years ago, and it was a nice, convenient spot. Has washrooms, which is a big thing for an old guy like me. Didn't have any real snacks or snack bar, but, I get too much of that anyways. But I couldn't help but notice, though, the Haidas, the deck is so high, and, we had to set up relatively close to the Haida itself. So I figure the south and east quadrant was completely blocked. So I don't think we were radiating too well in that direction. But with the other 3 quadrants of the circle, it was excellent, and just firing away. And he had no problem getting things, activated. Anyhow, I'll hand it back to you, and I'll let you check with everybody else. Might be some more people coming in or whatever. I don't know if we have a net following us or not. VA3IMW, VE3KJ.
Recheck VE3LBI.
All right. No, not following us, but we're always open to discussions after the net. Go ahead, Larry.
Bill, I think you'll find that the Haida is free. I believe they opened it up free for the summer until September.
Cool. Now I got a little bit of money left over for the junk food.
You can verify that on the site, but I'm sure that's what I read. It was open until September. They're going to have it, apparently it's free admission, so from their days are open, I believe Wednesday onward or something. Anyways, I just thought I'd pass that to you. All right, thanks, Mac, again. VA3MW, VE3LBI.
All right, there we go. Public service announcement number 2. Free entrance to the Haida. All right, thanks for your check-in, Bill, number 2. And obviously, William VE3IUK is following along on YouTube, as is Droner Wayne, VA3FMB. And let's see, what else is going on? There, that looks like we covered off the interweb activity. All right, 7:52 on the clock. Lots of time. We're not going anywhere. If you have a comment or another check-in, feel free to come in now. All right, nothing heard. Oh, one other thing there, Bill. Bill number 2. Bear in mind that the Haida is seldom activated, so it's a popular park. When you post on the spotting page, people are really interested because they're looking for new parks that they don't have in their log. So since it has been activated only a limited number of times, you're going to get a lot of attention, providing you're throwing your signal in the right direction and the right distance. And with that, 7:53 marks the time for us to shut down the net. Thanking Terry, VE3IQL, for the use of the repeater. Thank you very much. And we'll be back here tomorrow night where Chuck and I will arm wrestle for the honor of hosting the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Actually, Chuck, you're more than welcome to pick up tomorrow night. VA3IMW, turn this frequency and all related frequencies back to normal amateur use. I'll be monitoring for a little bit. Thank you.
He gets him and his wife and 3 kids there, and he just nails that throttle, and all of a sudden, so they all ended up getting wet on it. There goes the lower end. Well, my brother, his old Ranger pickup truck and his old flat bottom fishing boat. Shut the fuck up. He's loaded up by himself there, and the emergency.
Ready to go into air fryer. So I'm going to do that.
N0 QX and R4A returning. Solid copy. Well, listen, if you can drag your feet, my girlfriend might be back in Springfield and over to Fort Leonard Wood on the 19th or 20th. So, I don't know, maybe you could meet her and take her out to dinner, but take her to a nice place, no place cheap. McDonald's just wouldn't cut it. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be summer's almost over. All you people are going to have to go back to work. When you do that, that means all the snowbirds are going to start finding their way from the north back here to Florida. There goes traffic as I know it. There goes no more availability sitting down at a restaurant. My goodness, I remember those days of work, but I never got the summers off. But you'll do fine, I'm sure. Well, listen, hang in there, my friend. Have yourself a great night. I'm sure there's a line of DX stations that would like to work you. And I appreciate the call. Take care, my friend. S73. And thanks for the holler. N0JQX. This is an R4A. 73. Good night, Al.
Yeah, good night, Sam. Good to hear you. I haven't talked to VE3CI recently. He did come in and say hello to me briefly on the A13 net. Let's see, was that yesterday maybe, briefly, but that's, as far as actually talking to him in a QSO, it's probably been over a week since I had the pleasure. All right, Sam, 73 see you down there and keep cool. Very hot day here. We were pushing 90 degrees for a temperature, heat index in the upper 90s, and it's got to be near 100 degrees this next week for a temperature, and the heat index well above that. I got to get some of your summer weather. November Romeo 4 Alpha from November 0 Juliet Quebec X-ray. Good evening and 73 see you from the Missouri Ozarks.
730 from the Sunshine State. Take care, my friend. N0JQX, NR4A.
Bye-bye, 73.
Thank you so much for the call, too. And yes, this is our first contact. And thank you very much. Got you in my log. I'm located in Spring Hill, Florida, about 40 miles north of downtown Tampa, and about 12 miles east of the Gulf of Mexico in west central Florida. Hot, humid day here. Currently 80 degrees at 99% humidity. We saw 96 today with about 72 to 75% humidity. Running 700 watts to a hex beam at about 25 feet AGL and pointing toward Europe, as a matter of fact. You got super signal. I'm going to give you 5.9 plus 10 dB over here. I'll point some QSB for us. Back your way, AB5DJ. Here's an R40.
Bravo Delta Delta, George, Malaysia, Kansas.
Especially type of an environment, HOA can be very hard. Creative amateurs are in HOA because they have to be. They have to figure out a way to do it. So I think you have figured out a way to do it. It sounds good. So I will say 7-3 and let some other folks work you guys. And you got a great signal, both of you, so you should do real well this afternoon. So best 73, and we'll talk to you again. All right, Italy Tango 9, Bravo Delta Whiskey, W1, Mike, Quebec. 7-3. Ciao, ciao.
You got more?
Echo Bravo 1 Echo Bravo 1 Delta Japan CQ CQ20 CQ20 Echo Bravo 1 Delta Japan Echo Bravo 1 Delta Japan CQ20 VA3 Charlie Charlie Observer. Good evening, Charlie. Good to hear you again. You're 5 and 7, 57 QSL.
Hi, QSL, my friend. You are a beautiful 5'9" plus here in Hamilton, Ontario. I hope you're having a great weekend. Thanks for picking me up.
Thanks to you for lunch to call to me and give me a report. 5 and 7 to 5 and 9 is lately feeding on the signal at the moment. I wish you the same. Have a lovely weekend. VA3 Charlie Japan Total. Echo Bravo 1 Delta Japan. Cheers.
Okay, 7-3.
CQ20 Echo Bravo 1 Delta Japan. JD3 Alpha Kilo Tango. Good morning. You're 5 and 7, John QSL. Roger, John. My name Alex. Alpha Lima Echo X-ray. And thanks for the 5-9 in Delaware. 57 coming through on the western part of the steam Atlantic coast. 73 and have a good weekend. Echo Bravo 1 Delta Japan. CQ20. CQ20. Echo Bravo 1 Delta Japan. Echo Bravo 1 Delta Japan.
55, I'll show you aboard.
Kilo 4 Kilo Golf Echo, is that Roger? Roger, K4KGX, good evening, Bill. You are 5 and 7, Roger. Roger, and my handle is Alex, Alpha Lima Echo X-ray. Nice to meet you for the first time, Bill. You're 5-7, between 5 and 9 sometimes on the pitch, QSL. Roger, QSL. Yeah, big minor solar storm at the moment. The KP solar index is really high at the moment. This is the reason, because the bank conditions is up and down. But anyway, you're doing excellent. Okay, Bill, thanks for giving me a call, and you have a lovely weekend. K4KGX, EB1DJ. Any more? Echo Bravo 1 Delta Japan. VE3 X-ray India November. Good to hear you again, Merrick. You're 5 and 9 plus 5, QSL.
So I'm just delighted that it's working, and you know.
When I talked to you before, and I'll have a tower up, a 3-element tri-bounder, just a little TA-33 mite. It's only up at 36 feet, using an FTDX 5000 NP into a Mercury 3S, about 600 watts, and my beam is pointed 90 degrees, so it should be close to right at you. I'll be honest, Andy, I don't have a ton to compare it to. I have FL 2100 Foxtrot, but I'll be honest.
Roger, Roger, 59, India Lima, and here's Adam.
Alpha 3, Oscar.
Whiskey, Quebec 4, Sierra. Kilo.
I think I heard a park to park. So it's park to park, come back.
Whiskey 5, Whiskey, Papa Sierra, park to park.
Alright, Whiskey 5, Whiskey, Papa, Sierra. So just for the signal report, I definitely got you at a 5-9. This is November Tango 6 Bravo. I'm in US 7454. QSL, QSL, sorry.
Yeah, QSL, wow, I'm clear 5-9 here. My partner is 9681, 9681 plus 3 more, over.
Let me just make sure I got the park number right because I'm hand typing it. US 9681 in Arkansas.
Yeah, QSL, I got 3 more parks.
Oh, wow, okay, so yeah, just bear with me because it's quote answered on the phone. Although I think I can put a comma or something, right? Put the 3 parks on 1 log, is that how that works?
Yeah, you know what? The system will pick it up, man. The system will pick my 4 parks up, Gary, over.
Oh, yeah, copy that. I can just type them real quick, so give me the parks.
3791, 3791, 7435, 7435, and 7436, 7436. Roger, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. I got the 7435, and I think you said 7436?
Yeah, Roger, 3791, 3791.
Roger, Roger. I think I got them all, man. I appreciate the contact, man. Have a great activation.
73.
I got November 5 Alpha Victor Yankee. What's up? Roger, the 5-8 is...
Alpha, Alpha 1, Bravo's Alpha.
It's November 9 Papa Kilo Lima. I believe I heard you at 5959. How do you copy me?
QSL, I copy you as 59 as well.
Roger, Roger on the 59 both ways. Thank you for taking my call. And since the first guy was new, he was free. Is that correct?
Roger.
Appreciate that. Then we'll do one more call and give it back. Kilo Bravo 5. Oscar, Uniform Tango, November 9, Papa Kilo Lima. I have you at 59, 59, 59 maximum. How do you have me?
For a little over 2 years, and I just sold it 2 weeks ago, waiting for the arrival of my Anon G2. And I am under Thetis running pure signal. I cannot find a better way to get on ham radio. Stay with the Hermes, man. It's absolutely wonderful. Good night. Take care. God bless. And AB5VJ in R4A Tampa Bay. Good night, Dan. Hello, dude and dudettes. And how do you do? KE3CI in R4. Good to me. Hey, I did order that F-Deuce, by the way. And you know, it's funny, great minds think alike. I was just about to do that before your email came in. I tried running some external speakers, by the way, on the G2, and they worked pretty well until I got to turn my amplifier on, and then I've got RFI getting in them, so I put some ferrite beads on them, and it helped a little bit, but not much. I also found out that if I run Adobe Acrobat in the background, that it causes my transmit audio to impure signal to go like bonkers. Very, very strange. Last couple of QSOs I've had tonight, one was without. All of a sudden, pure signal stopped linking up, and it wasn't until
and it sounds pretty natural, but if you're not listening to it that wide, then it just doesn't make sense, you know, and on a speaker that can deliver it.
I just went up to 3.4 on my receive, and it did sound much better. I can go right up to 5 on the receive here.
Yeah, I can just flip the button here, and let me see here. I don't know if it'll do it on transmit or not. There, you might notice that I just went a little bit wider too, and that's kind of what it's set up for. So that's to transmit at 40 hertz out to 4K, and then I can just go back from 70 hertz to 3150, right like that.
Oh yeah, like on 34, or like I typically leave mine on 28. Okay, there's less hiss, and I can hear better on there. But unless I know somebody's going wider, like as soon as I went up to 34, it just your audio just changed. It just filled in a lot, you know, what was missing.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you remember those thunder crashes we had last night?
Yes.
Okay, now this one has a noise blanker or a noise reduction system that totally eliminates the lightning strike. I could hear voices right through it. I wouldn't even know, without looking in the waterfall, I wouldn't even know that there was a lightning strike happening.
Oh, okay, that almost sounds like something like the Flex can do that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it uses the same kind of noise mitigation, because it's not that the Flex can do it, it's just Aether pushes the border of what's possible within the radio, and it uses the computer to do it too. Now, the Pi HPSVR uses the computer as well, so they can do the same kind of algorithm.
Oh, okay. So it's a lot of it has to do with the software.
Oh, yeah. The hardware is just the hardware. The software does all the real lifting. It doesn't matter which transceiver you're on. The Flex just does it within the Flex with its whatever the max CPU that's within the radio. It's not like a full-blown computer. It uses like like its own CPUs and whatnot, but it still uses its own hardware to drive the software. Whereas I can switch out on the Hermes Lion and many of the other SDRs. I can use any computer I want. So when the computer all of a sudden goes up to until whatever at 7 gigahertz, and it's a whiz bang and everything, then I can make use of all that within that radio software.
Yeah, exactly. So is there actually there's some firmware actually on the hardware in that rig though too, isn't there?
Very little. Now the field, the FPGA is programmable, and that's about as far as it goes. So things get stored on a chip just for porting purposes. Like when I had to flash the hardware, when I added the microphone and speaker output board, I had to flash the firmware so it knew that it had that. But other than that, it's pretty dumb.
Oh, okay, excellent. Yeah, it's neat stuff. Definitely the future of amateur radio right there, and you're taking advantage of all that, and more power to you there, Rick. Anyway, okay. Other than that, you had a good day?
It was pretty much a lazy day. I did change the oil in the truck, and what else did I do? New air filter. I hadn't put an air filter in since I got it last year sometime. And then ran the wife around a few places. That was about it. And I'm home for the night. I got Brad. We're gonna probably go on 55 early. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch a movie with the wife. It's our last day of vacation, so end it with a bang, and we'll watch a movie and fall asleep.
Roger. We need those days. I've had a lot of those days. I was busy. I was out the last 3 days. I've been out. I think I've been out outside roaming the roads more than I did all summer. So it sure feels good.
I hear what you mean 100%. Okay, well, let's get on with it, Randy. Thanks for being there, and you are sounding fantastic in to hear. Hopefully the audio sounds okay to you. It doesn't sound too over driven or anything. I do have the pure signal on within the Hermes Light. It's just correcting within itself, but it does make the output, even after the input, much cleaner.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. A few years, listening to you guys talking about it, and there sure is a difference.
Good. Okay, we'll talk to you later, Randy. Thanks for being there. VA3WU.
Hey, hello, Mr. Rick.
Hey, Ange.
Oh, hey, hello, Ange. I got one ahead of you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, V3HWM, come on in.
How you doing, Randy? Quiet day in North Bay. Just family arrived in from Ottawa for a couple of nights and for a visit. We're going, I think I told you last night, we're going to Montgomery tomorrow for a family get-together. So it should be a good day tomorrow. The weather's looking better and better as time goes on. Originally it was going to be a complete washout, but I think the last time I looked it was only like 0.9 of the windy later in the afternoon, so I think we're going to get lucky. Hopefully, anyway, fingers crossed. Anyways, I was just looking up the NFL men's first preseason game on Thursday night, and so things are getting going. I think the season starts around, 10th or 17th of September, somewhere in there. Anyways, I was just trying to figure out how to get all the games. Sometimes we don't get some of the Green Bay games in our cable package for some reason. Anyways, I'm just noticing that, I don't know if you've heard that there's a lot of complaints in the TV streaming sports world that you can't, the fragmentation, you have to have like Netflix, you gotta have Amazon Prime, you gotta have VE3ZOE, you gotta have Crave to get, all the like say all the sports that you want to watch, all the NFL games or whatever. Anyways, I'm just noticing that it seems that a lot of them are starting to join forces. So if you sign up for Fubo, which has traditionally been a soccer streaming app, they have 74 TV channels, and they also have they've teamed up with VE3ZOE. So now you can get VE3ZOE through Fubo, and the same thing applies with Amazon Prime. You can sign up for an extra $5 or $7 a month. You can add VE3ZOE onto your Amazon Prime account. Anyways, it's they're getting smart. They're actually realizing that people are tired of having to buy a whole bunch of different streaming packages to get, what they used to watch on regular cable TV. So anyways, I hope it keeps improving, and that way we don't have to have so many streaming packages. And hopefully they team up, and anyways, that would be better. Anyways, I'm just trying to figure it out right now. I'm trying to figure out if you buy VE3ZOE, there's two packages. One that allows you have to be all within, you can stream two different devices, but they have to be on the same IP network. So basically in the same house. Whereas others, I think, allow multiple IP addresses. So I'm just trying to figure that out. Anyways, changes are happening in the streaming world, which is good news. I think they're realizing people are getting annoyed with all the fragmentation of the streams and sporting events out there. Anyways, other than that, Randy, nothing much. It's a pretty warm, humid day here in North Bay. I don't know what the high was. Currently, probably 22. But hopefully it is happy and cool night. Anyways, have a good night. Listening in, and I don't know if I lost my bet. I can't remember. I think we were off pretty early last night. Hopefully you get a good turnout tonight, and good to listen in. Take care, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. VA3ZOE.
Well, traditionally Saturday night's not the greatest night. Last night it was slow. I only got 16, but I think Rick come in there about 10 minutes after I signed off. He said nobody was around, so technically I guess I could have got 17. So it was one of those nights there that were not the greatest. That hasn't been my low. I think my low was actually my low. I think it was 16 before, which is fine, you know. In the wintertime, it should pick up. Don't forget, this is summer here, so you know, averaging 25 to 30 a night. That's pretty darn good, I think, anyway. And about the TV, it reminds me of satellite TV was like that too. You had to buy a certain package here and there. And then they started, you could buy individual channels, but you know, you pick the ones that you want, and geez, you might, you know, Big Bell was bad for that. So it was hard to a la carte or something they call that. You could add different channels, but not all of them were available. But they'd get you right there. There's always a way they'll scheme and get you.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, it's all with the dollar, right? They're looking at increasing your viewership like Netflix. God, talk to anybody that we try to share. Still try to share our Netflix with our daughter in Ottawa. They don't watch it very much, and we've got Amazon Prime and all the privilege, the opportunity, and every time my wife wants to watch it, if my daughter's been watching it, we have to actually change the household. So we have to go in and we have to try to log on, and then whoever was the household has to okay and change to the other, basically another address, another IP address. So I think Netflix has sort of got it figured out how to discourage people from sharing passwords, because you got to keep changing the darn household. But anyways, it's a wild world out there with the streaming services, and I just get the feeling that they're starting to figure out that people are annoyed, and they're starting to combine. The streamers are getting together and joining together to offer their packages through other package providers. So, I don't know. That's got to be good news for us.
Oh, I think so, yeah. I think so. And I know one thing, I don't know about satellite TV with all this streaming services going strong. You get pretty much anything you want on there. And, you know, most of Canada's getting connected, you know, especially with the Starlink and stuff. I don't know how satellite television can survive.
You know, the only thing they got that I know of that they got going for them, and it's because my neighbor down the street has Bell Express View on satellite. He's got Bell Express View on satellite. He shares it with his daughter. She has a satellite receiver, and he adds to their account. His son shares it, and then they have a dish and receiver at the cottage. So they're all on the dad's account. Bell seems to allow that through Bell Express View.
Oh yeah, they were doing that for years. I think you were allowed five receivers on one account. I did that here for years.
Yeah, that to me, that's a selling feature for a lot of people. You know, you can if you've got family, you can get together and share an account with a bunch of different receivers, and I don't know. It would have been nice for me a couple of years ago before I had Starlink. If I had been on Bell Satellite here in town, I probably would have stuck with it and kept and had Bell Express View out of the lake. Boxes I don't know, I could have had my dad box, and he passed away. I cleared out a box with a card in it, and anyway, I don't know. I think streaming's the way, but they got to get together. People don't want to be paying, $20, $30, $40 a month for 4 or 5 different packages, and then cable TV on top of that, just so they can watch, their out-of-town NHL games and stuff like that. It's just crazy. So these streamers getting together and combining their plans might calm the crowds, and it'll be a good idea.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, well, I better let you go there, and I'll carry on. But, hey, thanks for checking in. It is a bit noisy here tonight, but we'll see how it goes. We did have a storm here, by the way. It just came through right at the lunch hour. And but it was pretty fast moving. Had a few close cracks, but, nothing came out of it.
Yeah, we had one about 4 or 5 o'clock. It go up to high wind picked up and heavy rain, and it only lasted about, maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Sean, you have a good evening there, and we will talk to you tomorrow right along there on the YouTube or whatever.
7-3, Randy.
And VA3CJZ, how is Ange tonight?
Hey, good evening, Randy, and good evening to all there. And I didn't was really noisy last night. I didn't hear nobody on there last night.
That was done early. It was about 5 after 9 that it was done. I only got 16 check-ins.
Oh wow. Huh. Oh well. Anyways, I was up a little bit late, not too late last night, but Anyways, I finished talking to one of my boys there. He taking a long trip there in the morning. They had my granddaughter there.
You lost? I think you dropped a little bit.
I don't know what happened. Wow. Anyways, my son called, and was my granddaughter's birthday.
Oh, okay. And what are they doing down there? Yeah, exactly. Well, I hope so.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, you're it's not raining or anything, is there?
No, it's not raining, but gets so hot, right? Because of the sun bearing right on top of it, right? And then plus the power, right? I don't know what's going on.
I couldn't tell you. I thought the SWR might have been going up or something. So you're low.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on. How about now? How are you hearing me now?
Yeah, you're back up to where you should be.
I don't know what's going on. Anyway, before, now I'm on my handset.
Okay, well, maybe something with that antenna I just didn't like all of a sudden.
Let me put it back on there. Now I'm back on the loop again. I don't know what's wrong. I guess the wire must be touching the trees there.
Yeah, it's okay now.
Okay now? Yeah, all right. That's about just under 500 watts. I dropped that's only 7-watt drive.
Yeah. Well, you're still strong.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, very good. Okay, well, you take care. We'll catch you there tomorrow. Are you going to be on 40 tomorrow?
No, tomorrow's Sunday.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this staying home is starting to get to me, you know. Oh, I don't know. I was hoping maybe that I didn't have to stick around next week. Otherwise, I would have phoned my buddy down there and my buddy Vito down there and just hop on a plane and fly down to Florida and spend a week with him, eh?
Yeah, exactly. I got a dinging going on here. That's what I get when I'm late coming in. Anyway, okay, I'll let you go there, Ange. Good talking to you, and you have a good night. We'll probably talk to you tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. You almost hit 40 that time, eh? I don't know what I'm at there.
You're over 20 here. Well, it's we're just getting into the gray line here. They're coming in to sunset actually. So it's from then on it starts to come up.
Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, well, you carry on. Have a good one. Have a great evening, okay, Randy? Take care. VA3ZOE.
Yeah, you too, Ange. Always good talking to you. Okay, this is VA3XV4, the junction. I'm open for business, looking for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere?
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu.
Victor Echo 3, Delta Lima, Juliet.
Kilo Charlie 1, Tango, Quebec, November.
I know I missed one because Chuck, I think it's Chuck there, that blew everybody right away. So I got CJZ, DLJ, and KC1 Tango Quebec November. Who did I miss?
Victor Alpha 3, Mike Delta November.
Okay, we'll go with them. We're going to pick up the American guys here first and give them a go. They're good and strong here. KC1 Tango Quebec November. Good evening.
Oh, very good. VA3XV, Randy and the crew, KC1 TQN in here in Brookfield, Massachusetts. 85 today. I've been away from the radio for a couple weeks. I've been up in the state of Maine working. This is my first full day home and in a few weeks there, so got back here in front of the radio. I'm on the oldest rig I got, the Kenwood 830. I hooked up a 3 dB attenuator pad to it to knock the output power down some, and so I could hook it up to my amplifier here, Alpha 374A. So it's playing pretty good there. Go ahead.
Yeah, it sounds excellent. Like I said, that's the best sounding 830 I've ever heard in my life, I think.
Well, probably had a lot to do with the guy that repaired it. Sure wasn't my hands in there, or I'd have to probably call you up on the phone. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you said he's pretty much a legend there fixing stuff, isn't he?
Well, he's a Kenwood man, you know. So he said he never met one he couldn't fix. So, but he put a lot of time and effort into it. But when I got it back, the output power was much more than I went down. So it put out about, if you get it tuned up and streaming on 80 here, I'll put out about 140 watts. And just for fun, I took my AL82 the other day and put it into a dummy load, and I took the Mark V and I put 140 watts in it to see what it would do, and it was almost 2400. So I think that's a little bit hot. What do you think?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so we backed her down anyhow, but yeah, we had a bunch of storms go through. I was going to get on there last night, but it's pretty noisy, you know, so, so enjoy your nap there, so I wanted to jump in and say hello. My wife, she's still up in Maine. She's vacationing, though. I was up there working, and she's vacationing, and apparently she picked up a new dog today, too, up there, Foster, and I guess we're going to give a dog a home, but we lost ours about 3 months ago. Had her for over 13 years, and she's been missing having a dog, so I guess she went ahead and picked one up, so when she comes back home, I I don't know. I guess I got a new dog to feed share my supper with. What do you think?
Yeah, you'll have the best friend you'll ever have. Like I know, I've owned dogs there, but my last one died here like a couple months ago here, and you know I missed the thing. They become like family. The only downfall is you only get you get like a good 15 years or so out of them, and they become like part of the family so close. It's almost like a family member dying, which it kind of is, you know.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, she went. She was my she's my buddy. She was always out here the first thing in the morning. You know, she'd get up, go out, and then take a nap again. Let her mini dachshund, you know. And always out here on the radio. Everybody knew her, and then she was with me each day, and you know, before Sam and she passed too. But yeah, I miss her all the time. But the wife, she needs a companion, I guess. Around, she stays at home, so. And so she said, oh, I'm going to get a dog. And come from down south, they're foster dogs, so it wasn't some hybrid or something. We looked at other dogs, like these Randy, they want like $3,500, $4,000 American for a dachshund. I think that's a bit much, so I think this one was $500 or something. But that pretty much just covers, you know, just vet bills and stuff like that. You know, everything's so expensive these days. But, well, hopefully it'll be a good pup anyway. But it won't never be the one that you lost, but you can't hold that against anything in the future, you know?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, geez, like some purebreds, you know, you're looking at between $500 to $1,000 here. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, just for us to put her down, the last one was $800, but that was tests and stuff like that, you know, an emergency vet, and she has congestive heart failure, and I said, well, that's enough of that. So, but yeah, unfortunately, we have a good vet. He's an old guy. He doesn't take any new customers, and but he said as long as you know he'll take a new dog from us because we've been there with him. But yeah, he's getting pretty old. He doesn't guilt you into doing a million tests you don't need and all this other stuff. You know, people send their kids to college on what they do for dogs. You walk into a vet and they get how you finance this and that and pet insurance and it's big business nowadays. Sick animals, you know. But yeah, we did what was right with the other one and get a new one there. So yeah, so I'm on my own here for a while. So I had to go grocery shopping. I hadn't done that in a while, you know. So I picked up myself some good goodies and. I think I'm going to have ribeye steak and eggs for breakfast in the morning. I don't get that when the old lady's around.
yeah, great stuff. Okay, well, we hit 81 here today. 81. We're sitting right at 70 degrees here right now. It's been humid. We got the storm here today. A little storm came through. A little wee bit of rain. Other than that, it was not too bad. You know, mix of sun and cloud. Just your typical dog days of summer type weather.
Yeah, Roger, when I was up in Maine, we had hardly any rain, and I kept watching my weather station down here. I think we had almost 5 inches of rain a week and sun and showers every day. Oh, well, I won't hold it any longer. You got a good let's day going on, and but thanks for getting me in. And everybody have a good evening. I'm going to throw it back to you there, Randy, and thanks for running it. GC1 TQN, back to you, Randy.
Okay, great stuff, and always a beautiful signal here. Always good talking to you, Jim. You have a great evening. And we'll go to Randy, November 2, Victor, Quebec Delta. How are you this evening?
Yes, sir. Good evening, Mr. Randy, and everybody out on the net. MTVCD, Bob Blakery here, and doing fairly well. We've had a couple of days of rain to clear it out today, and
you're right up there, S9 here, too. So, how have you been? I guess you guys have been getting some stormy stuff down there, right?
Yeah, a lot of rain. Nothing severe. Just a lot of rain.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I got a heat pump put in here not this past winter, but it was actually in January. The guys were late putting it in. Anyway, so I had last summer, I had air conditioning, and this summer, and man, it's hooked up like right through the ductwork all through the house. So every room is even, and man, I can put frost inside here. I can, like a freezer if I wanted to.
Oh yeah, that's quite a project, but definitely worth it. Well, Tim's going to take a look at portable air conditioning for next year because it's been a few interesting nights for sure. Beyond that, things are good. Today is the ones that I'm very proud of the National Mobile on both. Fired up to 61 for the 40 meter match tonight. That's 2 on 3, and that's pretty well. Going here, trying to hook up the 7300 to the map and see if we can accomplish that.
Roger. Yeah, there's always something to do. I tell you the truth, winter's coming pretty quick. We got to do. I got to do a whole bunch of antenna work here yet too. But in the fall time is my favorite time. For us here, September, October, and even November, until we get the first snow that actually stays, and then we're pretty much done.
I totally agree. Looking forward to September and October. Boat holders here, I think we got a line wait to get in, so glad we could say hello tonight and turn it back your way and to the city.
Okay, Randy, thanks for checking in. You have a great rest of the weekend there. We'll talk to you later on. And to VQD, VA3XV. And we'll go right up to the top of the list there. Chuck, I think it is VE3ZOE Come on in.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Chuck here in the Hammer, as we like to call it here in Hamilton, Ontario. Good evening, Randy, and all on net. Goodness gracious, you're just booming in here, 15 to 20 over. Sounding good tonight, Randy.
I think all the cylinders are firing here on my amplifier.
Yes, sir. Sounding good as always. Anyhow, of course, we're also experiencing heat and humidity, but that's okay. We're in the dog days of summer, as they call it. And I heard a gentleman talking about a four-legged furry friend there, and we just got one a week ago. I put the word out many months ago that I was looking for another one, and somebody let me know that this family had just brought home a baby from the hospital, and the dog was nipping at the baby, so they got rid of it by gifting it to me. I mean, it's vaccinated, it's chipped, everything's up to date, and they're just happy to give it away to a good home. And so it's a 5-year-old Cockapoo, a poodle cross with Cocker Spaniel, and she's still a little bit nervous. We've only had her for a week, but she's taken really, really good to my wife.
Great stuff, yeah. That's good, and you'll notice the dogs will pick the true master. They'll like everybody in the family, but they'll just pick the one that's the real master, and go with that.
Yeah, the dog was supposed to be mainly for me, but hey, like you said, they pick who they want to be the closest to, and that's okay. My wife is loving it, and it's a smaller dog. We used to have a big black lab, and it was just too big of a dog, and so of course, us being I'm a senior. My wife's not too far behind. So a smaller dog is okay by us. And the dog poop is a lot smaller.
Oh, yeah. Like I had a little Yorkie, and the other one was like a Chihuahua, a long-haired Chihuahua. And I didn't mind cleaning up after, well, I didn't like it, but it was a lot easier cleaning up after them if you had to, rather than the bigger ones.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we don't have to worry about vaccines or anything until next spring. So we can save a few bucks and get it all done next year. So anyhow, Randy, I won't hold it up. I heard a whole bunch of people checking in there. Just wanted to say hello from Hamilton and have a great weekend there, my friend. Always nice to talk to you.
Yeah, same here. Always good to hear you. I've never heard it called the Hammer though. I always known it as Steel City.
Oh yeah. I guess in the 90s, somebody coined the term the Hammer, and it stuck. Apparently, the Hamilton Tiger Cats use that term a lot. So yeah, it's only been around for about 35 years.
You know what? I think Pittsburgh might be known as the Steel City too.
Yeah.
I remember transports going down the road here, and they might have been hauling steel, but it said Steel City. So I'm thinking they were out of Hamilton. It was a trucking company.
Oh yeah, but you never know if it was an American truck. There might be another company called that.
Yeah, could be. Okay, Chuck, I'll let you go. Sounding great up here too, and you have a good weekend. What's left of it.
All right, Randy. Same to you. Have a great one. VA3CJZ.
Waiting for anybody to check in. That was at the Hanover Ham Fest here today. At the Hanover Ham Hall. So wanted to see if anybody bought anything. Maybe they'll come in here later. VA3 MDN, Mike, come on in.
VA3XV in a group, VA3MDN, good evening to yourself and everybody else on net there, however they're hearing us. Other than that, no, we missed all the Weather's Aid. They were advertising that we were going to get it, but it either went around us, it had to go around us, but we didn't get any of it. We got the rain yesterday morning, so we got a good darn good soak and no thunder or lightning in it, though, just a lot of rain. Other than that, today has been pretty muggy out there, so we've been hiding in the house. Haven't really did anything other than surfed around on YouTube for a little while, looked at a few other antennas, and thinking of what else we could do on this end.
For what, more antennas?
Oh yeah, we got the trees in the room, so we might as well take advantage of it.
Oh, yeah, that's what I did. Just a spider web with them up in the air here.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, the missus don't care for them, but keeps me out of trouble, and so we'll have to deal with that once we sneak it up in the air.
Yeah, Roger. As long as you put it up when she's not there, she'll never notice it. Maybe if you have the right color. You use black insulated wire. That's the best.
Oh, Roger. No, we got that electric fence wire, so it's highly visible. So she sees it every time she comes home. What do we do now? Nothing. But toss it right away, so it'll be even more noticeable once all the leaves are off the tree.
Yeah, exactly. I have black and some blue. Well, the colored stuff in white. White is the worst. I have that in the back, so I don't see it. But at the house here, I have black, and like you got to really. Sometimes I got to look to see where it is. That's how hard visible it is. Especially the one that's my Delta loop that's right along the bush line, where all I got is green trees in behind. You can't see it.
Roger. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind there, and maybe we'll sneak one past you. Anyways, Randy, thanks for calling in, and we'll stay on here for a bit. Other than that, we'll pull up to YouTube, and we'll do a live on there. Anyways, VA3XV in the group, VA3MDN.
Okay, great signal here tonight, Mike, and it's a lot stronger than what you usually are, so the band conditions are excellent. Okay, this is VA3XV for the junction. Standing by for check-ins. Anybody anywhere?
Victor Echo 3, Delta Lima Juliet.
Oh, sorry about that. I did miss Dave. I got a return, but before I go to him, I got VI and TAC. Who'd I miss? Kilo Golf 4, I know who you are, but Kilo Golf 4 was it Tank November Oscar? Okay, stand by. You got a good signal. I got right to you here. I missed Dave up here, so I got to take him first. Dave, I apologize. V3DLJ, come on in.
CHXV V3ZOE coming to you from the French River. Gosh, we're all over the place. We got home, I talked to you last night in Newmarket there, so we're back up to the trailer park. Sitting here with my pug hound. You're probably wondering what type of pug hound, yeah? He's a wonderful little dog, about 20 pounds. He's a cross between, of all things, a pug and an Italian greyhound. So what you get is a dog that looks like a pug that's very tall and skinny and can run like the Dickens. So we really like this little guy here, Randy. He's very, very cool. Very small world. I must say, I was meaning to mention that I work for Angelo's cousin, Joe. Angelo and Joe are both electricians, and I started with Joe way back in the 80s as a very young fella, and actually worked my way up. I was an apprentice, and over the years, that job morphed into project manager. So I worked for Joe as a kid many, many years ago. And then morphed into I was like the go-to guy on some of the jobs. So one of the things I remember, working for Angelo's cousin, he goes, "Hey, can you change that receptacle by that distribution panel on what I think was the third floor or something?" I'll never forget. So anyways, of course, you know, you're young and whatever, and I don't need to turn the power off. I can change the receptacle live. Well, one thing I didn't realize was this was an electrically heated building. And this distribution, the plug was about 10 feet away from the distribution panel. So I think it was fed with a 3,000 amp feeder into this panel, which has an extremely low impedance, if you know what I'm talking about. So of course I go to change the plug live, and I short it to ground. Wow. Andy, I have never seen fireworks like that in my career. Actually, I've heard of it, but never personally experienced it. That thing blew that outlet box to smithereens. I'm running down the hallway as the thing's exploding. Anyways, it finally blew itself to pieces and it extinguished. And his cousin Joe was there, like, what the heck? And he went and checked the brakes, and of course it's welded shut. So just one of the experiences as a young man. You know, you learn from your mistakes, and hopefully you don't get hurt. So I thought I'd just share that it was a very, very small world. I worked for those guys for many, many years, and I just retired and trying to get into the retirement mode. As you notice, I'm kind of all over the place. It's only been since May, and we'll be up here for probably a week or so. I'll try to check in some other nights there. But I just thought I'd share that with you. It's got a very, very small world.
Oh, yeah, it is. Was that in a household, or was that in like an industrial place?
Oh, no, we were condos in an apartment. It was realized. That was an electrically heated building in downtown Mississauga. I never forget that. We said I was only an apprentice, and I worked with Joe and Angela's cousin there. And the last job I did with his cousin was a job called 11 Wellesley, basically Young and Wellesley in Toronto. Gosh, Randy, this is a huge building. It was like 50 stories tall. Absolutely enormous. Like, not only was it tall, but it had a lot of suites per floor. So that was the big time. And I thought it did me well. Especially starting out as a kid, I didn't know anything about the trade at all. All I know is that my best friend's uncle at the time was a big shot in the union, and I met him, and he asked me 101 questions. Oh, you'd be a great candidate for an electrician. And I go, okay, well, I don't think so. At that time, basically 6'2" and 140 pounds, if you could imagine that. And you're like, you want me to work? You think I'd be good in construction? Are you kidding me? Anyways, I remember going to the defense place there afterwards, and they you should apply for the job. And I said, well, I don't really intend to. I don't think I'd be suitable. I don't think I have enough power to do that kind of job, if you know what I mean. Enough strength. So she slammed the door in my face and said, well, go on apply and try. She says, to try and fail is fine, but not to try at all is unacceptable. Well, here we are 44 years later, and a very, very successful career.
Great. Great that everything's going good. Well, you know, that experience would have really helped you, actually, if you think about it, for the future, because you got a real first-hand shot of seeing what it can do to you. So you had an advantage. You were trained very well after that.
I must say. And you know, back in the day, we never worried. They were called full currents, right? And we never ever worried about them. It was just something that, you know, industrial and maybe institutionally worried about. And not in the residential sector. And then all of a sudden, the electrical safety authorities started clamping down. And we were doing some job. We did one job downtown at Young and Gerard. It was like 78 stories, a monstrosity. I remember going to the customer, I go, how many suites are in this building? They go, well, we're not quite sure yet. I go, well, I'm going to go with 975, and I'll stick with that. And one building, like, was huge. And remember, they had some construction concerns, and the boss and the ownership, we designed some stuff. And we come up with a heater, the combined cooling around was 4,000 amps at 2 volts. The impedance was absolutely negligible. And I remember talking to the foreman, and I go, his name was Joe. Actually, I think he was related to the other Joe as well, somehow, maybe distantly. They were all kind of a clique, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm going to carry on there, but thanks for the story. It's always good to
are you aware of what you guys are doing?
And I'm glad you're still here to be able to tell it.
I just wanted to check and make sure. So I remember telling the foreman, I go, do not, under any circumstances, take a chance on the short circuit, because it'll be the last thing you or one of your men ever does.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm glad you're still here. Well, thanks for the story, and I'm glad you're still here to be able to tell it.
Absolutely, Randy. And I think the fault currents were calculated on that feeder at about 35,000 amps, phase-to-phase short. And I'll tell you, that's one heck of a lot of energy. And I was getting the calcs on the calories. So basically, if you made a short there, you're into the 50 calories, which is the time it takes to clear a fault, which is in milliseconds, say 3 milliseconds. That would be enough energy to heat 1 cubic centimeter of water by 50 degrees C.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay, I'll let you go there. Thanks for the story. Thanks for checking in. You're sounding great up here tonight.
Well, thanks, Randy. Working on my favorite radio, ICOM 7410, and what I did was I changed the microphone. I had the stock mic that came with it, made in China, and when I sold the 746, I traded mics. So this is the one from the 746 back in the day, which is made in Japan. So I hear they're much better mic. Anyways, Randy, thanks very much for running the net. Very much appreciated. From VE3XV, from VE3ZOE 73s, and we will catch you sometime later this week.
Great stuff. Okay. You have a great rest of the weekend there, 7-3. Hey, I want to say hello to, we got UK in the chat there, Mike 7, Fox Hotel. Okay, and I'll bring in Jim there, Kilo Juliet 4, Tango November Delta. How are you this evening, Jim? Oh, maybe he took off. KJ4, Tango November Delta. Are you still there, Jim? Oh, Golf 4. Okay, thanks for the correction. Sorry about that. KG4 TND. Come on in. Oh, Oh, did I ever mess that up? Okay. I apologize again. KG4 Tango November Oscar in North Carolina. Yeah, great job. How are you today?